Alright, gang, back for another video. She would cheat on her man if she makes more money than him. Alright, gang. While a man doesn't feel like he's good enough without a woman, a simp doesn't feel like he isn't good enough without a woman. Even with money, a simp feel like he isn't good enough without a woman. And simps have a lot of money, but doesn't feel like they're good enough inside without a woman. Where a simp doesn't feel like he's good enough without that woman, and even having a lot of money, that man will still simp for that woman.
Okay, my wife makes 3 times more than I do a month. You think I'm embarrassed? You think I'm hurt? Not being the breadwinner? Not one bit. I do the dishes like a good little husband I am. Thoughts?
I'm so sorry.
Why does he have to call himself little? Why does he have to call himself little because he's doing the dishes? Like, that's already the problem. He already sees himself as less because he's taking care of the home. You're the teammate.
You gotta understand this will happen where a simp feels like he's less of a man and doesn't feel like he's good enough. Or the woman who has become a narcissist will keep a man in the simp position because the simp doesn't feel like he's good enough. After having a lot of money, still doesn't feel like he's good enough and is going to do whatever that woman says, and the woman will just keep that man in the simp position where it's just a level up for that woman. She'll go after a simp who's wanting to do more for that woman because everybody is simping. If you want to have sex, you need to get that woman income. You have to pay all the bills. You have to buy that woman Chanel. You have to buy her things. You have to buy her a new body in order to get sex, because if you don't, she'll just find another man who's willing to buy that woman everything for sex, where the simp is willing to do whatever and buy that woman whatever and do whatever for sex. As a man, you have to keep leveling up, gang.
Is it him or is it society though?
See, at the end of the day, I actually don't mind making more money than my man, but I don't think his ego can handle it. Because if I say I don't want to hear too much bass in your voice in the household, otherwise I'll withdraw your pocket money. No fully functioning man is going to like that. It's a double standard. And society has done that to us. So that's the reason why I don't think it's going to work completely. Obviously, society is making him feel that way. They're making him feel like he is less of a man because he's not taking on the stereotypical gender role of a man. But those gender roles are actually very toxic, and we're not in that age anymore.
Okay, so let me... One second, Baba.
No, you said something. Before we go all crazy, let me just get this out there. Basically, with all these things in a relationship, there's other parts of the relationship, in addition to money, that needs to be looked after. The home is one of it. So if my partner is looking after the money, then that means I take on whatever needs to be looked after. Now, society and all of that stuff, it is toxic. It has been embedded in us. But at the same time, to work as a collective, you have to do what needs to be done.
However, one thing is that, from what I've heard from what was said, she's on it 3 times more. Yeah. My man is like, he's not striving for more. He's happy to stay out here. Yeah. That's the issy. Yeah. You're gonna try to say like he can stay at home. He can do his dishwashing, Hoover, make her bed and everything. However, like you have to keep on elevating until girls elevating 3 times more. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot of money. Okay. But with that being said,
I understand 3 times more. If a woman's making 3 times more than that man, then she's going to be a narcissist. Where women have become a narcissist. Everyone around that woman is simping for that woman for sex. And if you want sex simping, you need to have income. You have to pay for that woman bills in order to get sex. You have to be willing to do whatever that woman says in order to get sex. Because if there's going to be simping willing, there has to be simping, because there's always going to be a simp that's willing to give that woman emotional support and income, and that's willing to simp for that woman and pay and give that woman emotional support and income. There's always going to be a simp in a woman's DMs who's willing to give that woman emotional support and income. As long as that woman has a body and is able to maintain her body and looks, she'll go and able to eat and go to the gym and eat healthy. There's always going to be a guy that's willing to simp for that woman in her DMs.
If he's not working, he's a bitch. If he's helping out with the house work, he's not a bitch.
okay, can we not call people bitch? Yeah, can we not do that?
He is a bitch, and in a bedroom, that's what she calls him.
But we don't know this. We don't know the dynamic. We don't know anything. We don't.
He is a bitch. He's a bitch. And let me tell you something, guys. He bending over for his woman on the kitchen counter and getting fucked in his asshole, because there is no way